Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we take a closer look at a story that blends survival, hidden identity, and the power of unexpected protection. The tale begins with hungry orphans who, despite their own suffering, shared what little they had with a stranger. What they did not know at that moment was that this stranger, weary and starving, was in fact the sheriff sent to protect them. This story unfolds like a layered journey, and just like any strong build, we'll explore its exterior, interior, performance, safety features, unique elements, value, and final impression. The exterior of this tale is rugged and honest, resembling the harsh landscape of survival where two young orphans struggle against hunger and uncertainty. Their dwelling is simple, weathered, and rough on the outside. It is not meant to impress, but to endure. The world around them is both hostile and fragile, where every resource is scarce, and every choice matters. Yet into this harsh exterior walks a figure of equal worth, dust on his boots, lines of hardship etched into his face, and weakness in his body from lack of food. From the outside, the sheriff is no different from a desperate drifter, and this is what makes the story gripping. Appearances deceive, and what looks broken may in fact be the force of protection and law. Moving inside, the interior is small, close, and intimate. The children's shelter holds barely enough for comfort. Cracked walls, a cold hearth, and worn blankets are all they can offer. Yet within that simple space there is warmth, because compassion fills the room. They share food not because they have much, but because they understand hunger. And within that moment, a bond forms, a silent trust built without words, simply by an act of kindness. The performance of this story rests on resilience. Both the orphans and the sheriff embody endurance. The orphans perform by surviving day after day with courage far beyond their years. Their strength is not in size or wealth, but in the ability to keep going despite despair. The sheriff, though weak and disguised as a starving man, performs in his duty as protector. Even in his moment of lowest strength, he carries within him the authority and responsibility to guard the vulnerable. Together, their performances combine into a powerful example of mutual reliance. The children give him food, and in return, he gives them the shield of protection. Safety features are deeply woven into the sheriff's role. At first, the children have no safeguard, no parents, no community to rely upon. But when the sheriff reveals his true identity, the story shifts. He becomes the barrier between them and the dangers outside, whether from lawless men, wild surroundings, or the invisible threat of despair. His badge, though hidden at first, represents safety. His training, his strength, and his position as a man of law all become features that protect the orphans in ways they never expected. What makes this unique is that safety arrives not as an armored force, but as a starving stranger. It is a reminder that protection often comes disguised, and those who seem weak may carry within them the greatest strength. The unique selling points of this narrative are rooted in compassion, irony, and revelation. Few stories capture so powerfully the image of children with nothing still choosing to give. Their generosity is the spark that unlocks their own salvation. The irony lies in the fact that they thought they were feeding a man even poorer than themselves, only to learn he was the very person assigned to secure their future. The revelation is emotional and unforgettable. When survival meets justice, when need meets duty, lives are transformed. This unique combination makes the story stand out as more than just survival. It becomes a parable of hope, humanity, and unexpected destiny. The price within this tale is not measured in coins, but in sacrifice and risk. The orphans give from their own mouths, sacrificing what little they have for another. That is their price of compassion. The sheriff, in turn, pays the price of vulnerability. He exposes his weakness, his need, and later, his true identity. Both sides give something of value, and what they gain in return is greater than what was lost. The cost of kindness is real, but the return is safety and belonging. In conclusion, this story leaves us with a lasting impression. On the surface, it is about hungry orphans and a starving stranger. But beneath that surface lies a message about trust, the unseen ways we are protected, and the power of generosity. The exterior may be rugged and bleak, but the interior is warm with humanity. The performance is resilience. The safety features are hidden until revealed. The unique selling points are the irony and revelation that change everything. The price is sacrifice, and the conclusion is that even in the harshest circumstances, kindness can rewrite fate. This tale is both humbling and inspiring, reminding us that appearances never tell the full story, and that sometimes, the ones we help are the very ones sent to help us.